This $2 penny stock has a big upcoming catalyst. In today's video, I will talk about if this low price penny stock has the potential to go on a big run due to the upcoming catalyst. We're going to do a full overview of this penny stock, go over the chart, go over the catalyst. So stick to the end so you see the really key information throughout this video. If you don't have that key information, you're not going to really know what's going on. So you got to stay to the end to see all that information. Subscribe and drop a like on this video if you do enjoy this content. Let's get like 200 likes, something like that would be cool. But let's give a quick shout out to SBET. That went on an absolutely rockin' and rollin' run. That was my top watch on 5/27/2025. Even after the news, it was about right here when I was mentioning this multiple times, looking for a bounce at 20, bounced right at 20, went 130%. That did a $50, went on to run to $125. And my OG real subscribers understand that I was covering this one multiple times, even just 5 days ago at 31.59. I was telling you guys this is probably going. I was saying all-time highs in that video. That was a little bit misspoken. I meant highs of the day. Well, it did go on to hit $130 or $123 per share. So all-time highs, whatever, it hit $100 and beyond. That was pretty impressive. Covered at 31 cents here, which means it was like $3.10 post-split. So $3.10, $3.70, and then under $3 here. This was one of the stocks I cover the most. So subscribe if you want to get your eyes on these parabolic runners. We even called NUKK before the big run. It's just absolutely wild, mate. So the focus of today's video, the only stock I'm going to be covering in today's video is ticker INM. It's at $2.49 right now. InMed Pharmaceuticals, at the pharmaceutical company. We've had some big runners in the market, so this is why I'm interested in some of these types of setups, because we've just seen a lot of penny stocks get hot, and it just feels like an environment that's heating up, or really penny stocks are continuously hot. There's always something running. There's always big runners in the market, which is why we're here, which is why we love this, and which is why we continue to trade these plays, because it's just so much potential, so many runners, and so much opportunity within the penny stock market. And for example, like GITS, we had this one here at $1.18. There's a link in the top pinned comment. Use the WAP link to join the private Discord. Get in there right now. GITS was alerted at $1.18 right about here and went 200% from those levels. Impressive and quick run. So get in the Discord to get some ideas. And we have a whole array of just absolute killers in the Discord that are sending out their ideas. All ideas, not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. Trading is not easy. There's going to be losers. You're going to have to use risk management, but we try to point you guys in the right direction every single day. InMed Pharmaceuticals. So this is the stock of the video. It's at a $2.9 million market cap, 1.2 million float. Biotechnology, Canadian stock here in the healthcare sector. If we look at their most recent 10Q filing, we can see that they have 1.2 million common shares, which lines up right here at 1.2 million. That's after they completed an ATM. So they don't have any ATM. And the short interest is 7.7% and about 5% here on Ortex. So that's about average. Some penny stocks have zero, like not 0%, but like 0.5 to 1% short interest. Most of them I notice they have around 5%, 3 to 5% if they're kind of sitting at the bottom. And this one is sitting at 5%. So nothing crazy, a little bit of short interest, but nothing like, oh my God, this is going to be crazy, squeeze or anything. But doesn't have to. Short interest or not, still love the play. They have 3.3 million cash, 5 months of cash, so a decent bit of cash, and we'll talk more about their situation with that and raising later on in the video. They have a low offering ability. They just have this 7.5 million equity line, which does not give them the capabilities to do an offering. It does give them a capability to do a private placement, but right now private placements are usually pretty bullish. I mean, we had SBET do a 425 million private placement to basically do an Ethereum treasury strategy. That's obviously a rare situation. You're not going to really see that too often, but private placements really don't have the stock drop instantly. And usually they don't drop much at all when they do that private placement. So it's not a big worry for that. So ION is they have INM-901, which is one of their trials they've been working on. It's a novel small molecule drug candidate in development for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. In a recent preclinical study, INM-901 demonstrated a reduction in several plasma and brain markers of neuroinflation, a recognized contributor to Alzheimer's disease development and progression. And here's our pipeline here. They have one of theirs, INM-755, that is up to a phase 3 study here. They completed preclinical phase 1, phase 2. They're in phase 3, I believe, and it says they're seeking strategic partnerships. So that's one of the upcoming catalysts, is seeking strategic partnerships on INM 755. But there actually is further upcoming catalysts. Their most recent PR was their third quarter fiscal 2025 financial results on May 12th, 2025. So fairly recent. And they state here that we continue to advance INM 901. So that's kind of their focus. It seems this is 901 here, as a differentiated approach to treating Alzheimer's disease by targeting neuroinflation beyond conventional amyloid beta and tau targeting strategies. And we look, and then this is where the catalyst comes in, and we look forward to sharing additional data in the near term. So that's a key part here. They look forward to sharing additional data in the near term, and we have not got it yet. So it's been about 2 months, a little under 2 months since this PR came out. So it seems like we should probably be getting that data sometime in the near future. I hope to see it. So that's the main catalyst there. On the commercial side, Bay Medical continues to deliver stable revenues quarter over quarter. And the company expects to seek additional funding through equity financing, debt financing, and or other capital resources, including collaboration with other companies, government contracts, or strategic transactions. Obviously, we would love to see the government contracts, but can't really anticipate that by any means. They have a shareholder meeting coming up on June 13th, 2025. Where they're looking to eventually raise some capital through, I believe they talk about York Financing here, and York here is attached to this equity line. So I did read somewhere a bit ago, I can't find it here, but I think they are looking to raise through an equity line, which would be pretty good rather than just a straight up offering. Equity line raise is fine. Offering we don't want to see. Of course, if they submitted an S1 offering, then that would, change the play. I mean, it didn't really seem to change SBET, but that's a rare situation, guys. But at the end of the day, June 13th is this upcoming shareholder meeting. So what I will look for is basically a move before that meeting. I'm not really interested in after the meeting, but, before that meeting would be where I'm looking for this big move out of this one. So this one has a history of huge moves. Back here, August 2024, this one ran, 456% all the way down here at 286 to $15 per share. That was pre-split. Now it's post-split, a lower float. And right now we have support here. If you look back here at 242, it has broke under that before, so it can. The next support level would be 208 or right at that 2 mark. And then we're looking at the 172 here at the all-time low. Would like to see it bounce at 2. Stop loss for this one would overall be under the all-time low at $1.72. So be looking to accumulate in this area. Have a stop loss under like $1.70, for example. And that's how I'm looking to play this in terms of the chart. This one is looking really interesting, guys. Drop a like on this video. Enjoy this content. Get in the private Discord. Get $1 to $3 per share. Get in there right now. Sign up. I'll see you in the private Discord. I'm going to be trying to go live as much as possible. I go live pretty much weekly. I'll try to do daily when I can. But I will be, of course, always active. You can always ask me questions in the stock chat or in the questions room of the Discord. And you can always DM me. I will try to get as many as possible. And that's it. Peace.